Chapter 5 La Esmeralda. The reader will be glad to learn that during this entire scene Gringori and his play held their ground. Urged on by him, his actors had not stopped delivering their speeches, and he had not stopped listening to them. He had decided to defy the uproar to the end, never giving up hope for return of the audience's attention. This glimmer of hope became brighter when he saw Quasimodo, Coppenole, and the turmoilous procession leaving the hall. "Good," he said to himself. "Now we're rid of all those troublemakers." Unfortunately, however, all those troublemakers were his audience. The great hall was suddenly empty. To tell the truth, there were still a few spectators left behind. Some scattered singly, others clustered in small groups around the pillars, mostly old people and children who had had enough of all the noise and confusion. A few students remained in the windows from where they were watching the square outside. "Well," thought Gringori, "there are still enough people here to listen to the end of my play. There aren't many of them, but they're a select, cultured audience." Suddenly, one of the students in the window began to shout, "La Esmeralda! La Esmeralda!" Well, the word had a magic effect on those who were still in the great hall. They rushed to the windows, climbed up the walls in order to see, and repeated, "La Esmeralda! La Esmeralda!" At the same time, loud applause was heard from outside. "What does that mean, La Esmeralda?" wondered Gringori, his hands clapped in despair. He turned back to the marble table and saw that the performance had been interrupted. It was the very moment when Jupiter was to appear with his thunderbolt. But Jupiter was standing motionless beneath the stage. "Michel Gibbon!" cried the poet angrily. "What are you doing here? Get up on the stage!" "I can't," said Jupiter. Some student just took the ladder away." Gringori looked. It was only too true. All communication with the stage was cut off. "The scoundrel!" he muttered. "And why did he take away that ladder?" "So he could climb up to the window and see La Esmeralda," answered Jupiter piteously. "He said, 'Here's a ladder and nobody's using it,' and took it." This was the final blow. Gringori accepted it with resignation. "The devil take all of you," he said to the actors. "You'll be paid if I am." He then made his retreat dejectedly, but he waited to be the last one to leave, like a general who has fought valiantly. As he was going down the winding staircase of the palace, he muttered to himself, "Oh, what a pack of idiots these Parisians are! They came here to hear a play, and they don't listen to anything. They're passionately interested in the Cardinal, Clopin, Trillefeuille, Jacques Coppenole, Quasimodo, and God knows who else, but they pay no attention to the Virgin Mary. I came to see faces, and I saw only backs. But I'll be flayed by the devil if I understand what they mean with their La Esmeralda. What kind of word is that, anyway?"